Have you ever seen a dream? You are driving a car or sitting in a vehicle. Suddenly, the car goes out of control and you found out that the brakes are failed. You have lost control of the steering. You are trying to control the car anxiously. And then you see that the car is heading to the mountains, towards the hills. And the car is going to fall down into the rift. Now you can clearly see the death is approaching to you. You feel like you're gonna die within few seconds. Most of the time, this is when you are going to wake up and you found out that you are not in a car. Instead, you are in your bedroom, completely safe and sound, and you feel relieved. Thank God, I'm not dying. You take a big sigh of relief. Oh, I'm saved. Now imagine another dream. But before it, let me tell you that today I'm gonna bring to you the interpretation and the hidden meanings of all your dreams. And I'm gonna tell you how to interpret your dreams or dreams of anyone for that matter. This is not some kind of magical or fortune teller's way of interpretation. This is actually a scientific, psychological method of dream interpretation. This technique is called the dream analysis. And this technique is an integral part of the psychoanalytic theory of one of the greatest psychologists of his times, Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud gave the scientific theory of the dream interpretation into his famous book, The Interpretation of Dreams. In this book, he describes how to interpret any dream, and he describes in great length. According to Sigmund Freud, what are the dreams actually? What are the dreams? According to Sigmund Freud, dreams are fulfillment of repressed wishes, the wishes that we cannot fulfill in our real life. So our mind tries to fulfill them into the dreams. Those wishes that we cannot fulfill in real life, our mind tries to fulfill it into the dreams. And unconscious desires and conflicts. These are desires and conflicts in real life which we cannot control or overcome due to social norms, due to lack of resources, or due to many other social constraints. Many desires, and there are many conflicts which are unresolved. These unresolved conflicts create pressure on the mind, and then our mind tries to release this pressure into the dreams. So how do we interpret the dreams? In dream analysis, we divide dreams into two types of contents. Number one is manifest contents. Manifest content includes information from the dreams as the dreamer remembers it. Because we forget many details, but we remember something in the dream. For example, in the dream which I have just told you in the beginning, what we can remember from that dream? We have seen car, we have seen mountain, we have seen brake fails, we have seen some kind of accident-like situation, we have seen the fear of falling down. So all these are the manifest contents which the dreamer can remember to tell. Number two kind of the contents are latent contents. Latent contents in the dream are those contents that are repressed, and those contents have some symbolic meanings. Those meanings are hidden deep within the dream. So what happens during dream analysis? The person in therapy shares the manifest contents of the dream with the therapist, and the therapist will then pull out some kind of specific symbols from the manifest contents The therapist utilizes how the therapist pull out the content from the dreams is by free association. The therapist utilizes free association to facilitate the exploration of repressed material. Free association is a technique in which the therapist gives the words or phrases from the contents of the dream to the dreamer. The dreamer is asked to utter, to say any words or thoughts, whatever is coming in their mind, listening to the words or the phrases given by the therapist. The therapist then makes a record of the words and thoughts, whatever the dreamer is telling them after listening to the manifest content. So with those random thoughts and words, therapist facilitates the interpretation of the dreams. Sigmund Freud once said, the dreams are royal roads to the unconscious. So by interpretation of dreams, the therapist is able to find out the unresolved conflicts and repressed thoughts of the patient. Those are the thoughts which are hidden deep inside the unconscious. By studying these thoughts, the therapist can provide help to the patient for maintaining them a good mental health. Alright, so to give you some examples, I will do interpretations of some dreams. After listening to these interpretations, you will understand the manifest contents and you will be able to identify the latent contents. In addition, you will get an understanding of symbolic unconscious meanings of these contents, and you will be able to interpret the dreams, your dreams or dreams of anyone. So first, take into consideration this dream number 1. This is Lisa's dream. Lisa came to me to discuss her dream. She shares the dream to me that she is in the back seat of a car. The car is moving and the car has no driver. The speed of car is going higher and higher. There is no driver, right? And speed is increasing itself. The car reaches to the stop light, to the traffic signals. The traffic light turns to red, but she is unable to stop the car because she is in back seat. So she is like, she cannot control the car. And then the dream finishes. She woke up. So now let's break down Lisa's dream to find out the manifest content of the dream. What we can remember here are the some symbols, like there is a moving car, she is on back seat, there is the red light, and there is loss of brakes, and there is high speed. I have done the process of free association with Lisa. I gave her all this manifest content one by one, and I asked her to tell me whatever coming in her mind after listening to these contents to find out the latent contents. So what we found, Lisa shares whatever comes to her mind when thinking about each of these symbols, whatever I told her about the manifest contents. So after doing this complete free association, we interpreted these associations and potential meanings of this dream. After analysis, Lisa and I concluded that the dream represents the unconscious conflict she has felt about choosing a career. She reveals that her parents want her to study medicine, and she has not yet told them that she wants to be a writer. She does not want to study medicine. She wants to become a writer. So she has this conflict inside her mind. I then suggested that the runaway car is on a path to a future. The runaway car represents a future path for her. She does not want to go there until she gets into, she will not fix it until she gets to the driver's seat. She will not be able to stop the car. This interpretation fits for Lisa, and she decides to tell her parents about her career aspirations. So so that she can control whatever is going on her life and her career. Now let's discuss dream number 2. This is John's dream. John is trying to make a phone in his dream. John is trying to make a phone call to his maternal uncle. This is some kind of critical urgent information he wants to pass to his uncle. The phone either fails to work or fails to connect with the network. John keeps on trying again and again, but every time the phone is not connecting. The phone is out of order, or the network is not connecting, out of network. So what are the possible manifest contents in this dream? The manifest content is a phone which is not working. This is a manifest content, right? We can remember it from the dream. There is something out of network or out of order. Then there is some kind of urgency to connect with someone. Some urgent information should be passed there. These all are the manifest contents. Now let's analyze the latent contents and the meaning. This dream often means that John feels as he is losing touch with reality. John feels like a part of his body or mind is not functioning properly. This type of dream can also mean that John is feeling anxious about making a connection with another person in real life. So this is a kind of anxiety that he is not able to make a kind of connection. By the way, the pertinent question here is that why do people need to know the interpretation of their dreams? Does it make any change in their lives? What is in it for me? Actually, it has been widely seen that some people get very much upset whenever they see some kind of bad dreams. Some superstitious people tend to become scared. They stop to go to places. They stop driving. For this reason, dreams are sometimes harmful for their mental health. So if the dreams are told to the therapist and kind of proper dream analysis is carried out, and we are able to find out the unconscious thoughts, and the unconscious thoughts are properly identified, this can give a big relief to such a people. I hope so that you are enjoying this video so far. In our next video of this series of dream interpretation, we will discuss few more dreams and the interpretation of those dreams. Till then, take care.